Ladies and gentlemen, less than 3 minutes. Just 3 minutes. Be ready. Ladies and gentlemen, competitors, on behalf of the International Judo Federation, Judo Federation of Kazakhstan, and from all our sponsors, welcome to the World Cadets Judo Championships, Almaty, Kazakhstan.
Testing.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute to go.
Welcome to Almaty and the opening day of competition at this year's Cadet World Championships. Almaty is Kazakhstan's largest metropolis and lies at the foothills of the Trans-Ilu-Altau Mountains. It boasts a wealth of landmarks including the Central State Museum and Zenkov Cathedral, a Tsarist-era Russian Orthodox church. We're about to get underway with the final block and the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 40 kilo category. This features Pauline Cook of Turkey or France. She'll be up against Sofia Anafaseva of Russia. It'll be Cook of France in the white judogi and Afasaneva of Russia in blue. Sorry about that. The referee in the middle for this one is Friedrich Katlin of Hungary, and with commentary on this and all this afternoon's medal matches, it's a very warm welcome to Anthony Corelli. Good afternoon, Anthony.
Good afternoon, Sheldon. What an incredible morning. It was so interesting to watch these young athletes. They look just like the grown-ups in the way they fight. They're just a little bit younger and they're growing up. But man, the fighting spirit that was demonstrated today, anywhere from the quarterfinals on, I felt like anybody in those quarterfinals, you know, from the smallest margins of error, could have been in the finals. And it was disappointing to see some of the losses. You know, not everybody can win, but I believe we have the right people in the finals, both for the bronze medal contest and for the finals. And without any further ado, here we go. On mat number 2, it is Pauline Cook of France, and she's facing Sofia Afanaseva of Russia. And I believe these two are going to get after it right away because this is for a bronze medal.
I was impressed with Afanaseva's determination in certainly in the semi-final contest.
Yeah, these guys are little pocket-sized dynamite. They're so tiny. Minus 40 kilograms.
She lost out in a really long and drawn-out golden score contest with Mamira Luka of Hungary. We'll see her in the final, but it was very, very close. She was,
and that's what I'm talking about earlier. Golden score, you're deep into golden score, and one score puts Mamira in the final, and that very easily could have been Afanaseva. And here they go, they're after it. One thing I found today, really impressed with the transitions from Tachiwaza to Newaza. Very good eyes, very good vision, the competitors today with regards to what's available immediately into the ground. Arm locks, chokes, hold downs. Here she is, look at this, working on this arm right away. Really cranking on that.
Just pushed on the head a little bit, put some more pressure. Yeah, there it goes. Stretch it out a little bit.
Look at her work on. She's just determined.
Good defense here.
She's going to burn those arms out. Oh, she's actually using her back properly.
Yeah, let's stop it there.
Wow.
I've got a little bit of trivia for you and for my colleagues who may be listening and might want to jump in there. Who was the first ever cadet world champion? You're not allowed to look it up. Well, given that we always begin with the under 40 kilo category, the first ever cadet world champion would be whomsoever won the under 40 kilos. And the first time that we held the cadet world championships, it was in Budapest in 2009. So there's a clue. If you won the world championships for cadets in Budapest in 2009, you were the first ever cadet world champion.
Wow.
So it would have been...
Do you actually know the person?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I definitely
a young Russian girl called Vera Nizamova.
Oh, that's a piece of history.
Yeah. And if Mark Pickering, the IGF media director, was here, he'd tell you that probably only 3 people could tell you that. I'm one of them. So, it is. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky when...
Well, there's no score on the board right now. Minute 35 seconds remaining. Bronze medal contest, minus 40 kilograms.
Yeah. Nice effort there, and there's going to be problems here because Pauline Chuk has just put a score on the board, and I suspect, well, it looked a little bit generous. See the disappointment on her face when she realised that the score had been cancelled, but it really was a little bit generous, and it's only September, isn't it? Long time before Christmas. So you're giving away those presents too early, do you? However,
I love the demeanor of these young ladies. Just look like seasoned vets out there. They've obviously competed in a lot of tournaments growing up, but to have this composure at this level, it's very impressive. Here's the score. Yeah, she turned on her stomach there.
Yeah. 40 kilos is the lightest weight, and they are quite tiny when you see them. Not a good effort from the French fighter. She's been the busiest of the pair. Don't worry about the graphic up in the left-hand corner. We'll tidy that up when we get that in sync with the mat-side scoreboard, and then you'll be able to follow it. top left corner. Anyway, it is now.
That's going to be golden score.
Yeah.
If that score stuck, that would have been it, but it was taken off.
Golden score.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, sudden death overtime, golden score. First person to score a point will secure themselves a bronze medal at the World Championships Cadets 2019 from Almaty, Kazakhstan. And that would be the first medal of this event. Ooh, look at that. That's deep. That's hooked in. The French Newaza is just so impressive. Right from the World Championships in Japan, straight through to the cadets.
Yeah, that's it. Once she'd fallen back a second time, that was it.
You have to keep the progress. But the funny thing is, that's the hardest part, securing that.
Well, despite the fact that she's picked up a second penalty, I don't see Afanaseva is out of this yet. There's a big stretch there for the OG carry. That was a better effort from Chuk.
See, Afanaseva, immediately upon blocking that throw, went to grab the leg and try and make something happen on the ground. I love it. I love the fact that they're looking for the next opportunity immediately. Transitional judo is huge at this level. We're already over 1 minute into golden score. She's going to have to watch those fake attacks. Oh, did she get that under the neck? Oh, the head popped out. Okay, she's alive. But one more poor attack, and that could be it for Afanaseva.
Well, who's got something left in the tank here? Just feel that the French fighter has that little bit more. Afanaseva had a grueling semi-final, as I said, and it does take time to recover.
Yeah, she seems to have a little more pep in her step. And that's it. Congratulations to Pauline Cook. Bronze medal attained at the 2019 World Judo Championships Cadet.
She just said that little bit more, didn't she?
Yeah.
You know, and the Russian couldn't keep her out in the end.
I'm so happy for her. Look at her, all smiles, all bloody. Literally.
We wouldn't worry about it, yeah. We covered that. Yeah. You're on it now, and now every time it comes out, you're just going to correct yourself until it disappears.
Yeah.
That was a neatly executed technique there, by the way. The little Kojigaki low down, couldn't get off it. It just had enough to push back with the top half.
Yeah, she changed directions, and that's key. I mean, almost every good scorer is going to have that little fake one way and then change directions the other way. Unless you're just super strong, like Saki Mukti, who could just throw you at any time.
Absolutely. We've got a second bronze medal coming up now, and it features Rebecca Venkeslau of Brazil. She's up against Alima Jumaglieva of Kazakhstan. It's Venkeslau in the white judogi, Jumaglieva in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Jean-Claude Jimbi of Gabon.
Yeah, Jumaglieva, earlier on, I thought we could see her in the finals. She looked so strong earlier in the day. And then, of course, she lost in the semifinals to...
That was a really good effort, wasn't it? Do you remember Chiara Dispenza, the Italian?
Yeah, Chiara Amorina.
Well, let's see what she's got left then. The tiny Brazilian and the tiny Kazakh. This for the second of the bronze medals at the Cadet World Championships.
Brazilian competitor, Venceslau, has similar stature to Paulina Cook. Just that little pocket-sized Hercules. Kazakh audience. Oh, is that in the neck? Oh, she could use that. Kazakh audience in attendance, supporting their hometown favorite. Digging the arm out. Look at that. And she pops her head out and is going to do a little newaza of her own here.
It's a little bit like the crowd in Tashkent last week. They're very knowledgeable. You know, they were cheering every move, and as
Oh, man.
almost going over there.
How did she avoid that?
As Zhu Magalieva was entering for the Sangaku turnover, you could hear the crowd beginning to cheer in anticipation of what was coming. So, you know, a lot of judo people in the audience.
There was one Kazakh fighter earlier. One of the men. The crowd was so loud. I mean, they must be members of his local judo club. They seem to know him very well. 2 minutes, 32 seconds remaining in this bronze medal contest. 40-kilogram action. Venceslau did not quite have the hips in there. She dropped down, but not enough force generated. Referee telling the Kazakh coach to tranquilo a little bit. Wow. They're just gripping and attacking. They're not waiting. I'm a fan of that whole grip and go style. I'm just not a fan of those direct attacks. I think you gotta mix it up with something else. Combinations. Whoa, wow. That was hooked in deep. Venceslau was forced to spin out to her stomach. Let's see now, she has the arm and the head icing. No, head came out. I think, I'm not a lip reader, but I think the coach was saying grab right and attack left. Let's see. Well, it's hard to attack when as soon as you grab your partner, she's attacking. Here we go, minute 24 seconds. No score on the board. Just one Shido to Zumagalieva. Now we're all tied up, one Shido apiece. No score on the board. Whoa. Wow. Both girls, similar intentions. Drop down techniques, transitioning into newaza. .38 seconds remaining. Here we go. Again, immediately gripping and attacking.
Yeah, both of them are at it now.
Venceslau trying to time it so that when Zumagalieva gets up from one of her attacks. She's going to catch that opportunity and fire off one of her own attacks. But both competitors defensively strong. 20 seconds remaining. If nobody scores in the next 20 seconds, we are going to go into golden score.
Just stepping it up now. Kazakh fighter, yes! That's good, that will score.
Wow. The Brazilian competitor went for an attack, and Zumagalieva did not go to the ground, so she was still standing. That's how she was able to score. That is an Ippon victory, a bronze medal for the home nation of Kazakhstan.
Once again, congratulations to the bronze medal, Alima Zhumagalieva, Kazakhstan.
Nice replay there to show that at no stage was Zumagalieva in Newaza. That's why that score counts.
Dear spectators, you can see the highlights on the screens.
Here we go.
We come to the final of the under 48 kilo category. Chiara Dispenza of Italy faces Mamira Luca of Hungary. It's Dispenza in the white judogi, Mamira in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Frank Dirch of Germany.
And this is 40 kilograms. I know it by nature you said 48.
Oh, did I? Oh, beg
That's
your pardon.
normally the
Yeah.
lowest category in the senior division.
Yes, it's easily done when you're so accustomed, even if you're reading it off. I should have read it.
That's my niece's name.
Please welcome judoka in white, judogi.
And my nephew's Antonio, so that's Antonina, sorry.
Two times Cadets European Cup
She
winner.
was very sharp today. She deserves to go to the finals. Mamira Luca, I have seen her less today. She was on one of the other mats. And obviously,
2018 European
look at
Cadets
that game face.
silver medalist, Mamira Luca.
I can't tell if it's nerves or confidence, but either way, here she comes. Trying to establish that dominant grip thus far. Oh, Chigari attempt by Mamira. I think she could have hopped a few more times and made something happen, but she just hopped once and dropped to her knees. Both competitors right-handed, at least showing a right-handed grip thus far. Here we go, that corner game. I'm not a fan of that. That's across the face. Referee can't see it. Ooh,
Yeah, well,
that was not across
that
the
was
face.
not across the face.
Because she is doing the funky chicken on the ground, ladies and gentlemen. That is the reaction.
Well, what I had to tell you very quickly is during the break, I went to speak to Mamira Luca.
Oh,
just,
wow.
just before. It was the only athlete that I went down into the warm-up area to speak to who is on that list. They're back up on her feet now. Dispenza, no harm done. You know, a couple of seconds out, that can happen. But as I said, no harm done, and she's just slightly embarrassed, that's all.
Yeah, she actually is quite composed for someone that was, I mean, unconscious for a second or two. She really got herself together and walked off with no balance issues or anything. I thought that was across the face, and I thought she was tapping because of the pain to the face. Oh, there, yeah. Let's see. There. It's obviously under the neck.
Both. It can be across the chin, whilst at the same time across the jugular, you know, get that going across there.
Look at her applying everything she has. If she
just
wants
sitting in there, that's the thing. Just sits down. Well, we come to the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 50 kilo category. Su Chun Kai of Chinese Taipei is about to get underway with Mikita Holoborodko of Ukraine. It's Su in the white judogi, Holoborodko in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Turbat Ensetseg of Mongolia. There you go.
Referee from Mongolia, Mrs. Turbat Ensetseg. Now please welcome judoka in white judogi, representing Chinese Taipei.
Shu is going to break the mold of 3 in a row blue judogi winners. Could be a bad luck colour today. Shu is a useful player. He's looked good during the day.
I didn't even. I'm just looking at the winners. There's 3 blue judogis.
Yep.
And here they go. 50 kilogram action.
Shu sharp.
And it's 110 pounds for our friends in the United States.
Almost got turned. Yeah.
Oh, no, again, same type of choke. He has that under the neck. And he uses it
Good
to turn him
turn,
for
yeah.
a hold down. He has to secure the upper body and then try and get the leg out, but to no avail.
Yes, there are 3 ways that we record weights, either in kilos, pounds, or in that old-fashioned
Stones?
stones. So 50 kilos is 110 pounds, or 7 stone 12 pounds. And then the next weight up, 55 kilos, 8 stone 9, or 127, is it?
How many pounds are in a stone?
I can't remember now. 14, sorry, 14. Beg your pardon.
It's a random number.
Well, I suppose it
nice.
must have been a good thought and a good reason at the time.
At the time.
Time marches on, however, and you know, other good reasons take place. No score yet.
Shu, is it Shu?
Shu.
With a really nice Kochigari attempt.
He looks comfortable. He moves nicely, doesn't he?
He does. He has really nice posture. He stands up straight. He has some faith in his hips. Uh-oh, look at this.
He fancies the pick-up.
Oh, man.
Makikomi from Holoborodko, but doesn't come off.
I love when someone's in the air, but they have the leg hooked, and it becomes that well, it's less of a chess match at that point. It's more of a checkers match. Someone's going to go. Holoborodko looked like he had the right idea. Ooh. Looked like a little modified Sumigaishi attempt there. Something like that.
Half the contest gone. No score, and both fighters remain penalty free.
Ooh. Almost tripped him up there. He was able to step over it. There's a Kochi of his own. Look how deep that leg is.
Ooh,
That's a
good
Wazari.
score, yeah. Excellent score. Not going to climb off that one, are you?
Yeah, that was way too deep. And he even had the upper body rotation to put him on the side. Shu looks like he's about to go just really turn it up. That second effort, boom, beautiful. Minute 25 seconds. Let's see what he can do here. He's going to have to really open up. Look at this grip, overhand.
But we may have got turned. That was a good call from the coach. He fancies Wazari for that.
Yeah.
I think he was in the process of being turned. But he was so low that there wasn't any real chance of saying that the technique had been carried out. It was just too low. Anyway, Morocco leads with 46 seconds left to go.
Yeah, Shu, very dangerous still. I mean, he can still score with that. He's obviously confident in his strength and ability to pick up Holoborodko. Drop down of his own.
He's gone now.
Wow. Wow, I thought that exchange was done, and he just turned it into something. And that's it. That is a bronze medal for Holoborodko of Ukraine.
Winner
Another
and
blue
bronze
key.
medals for men under 50 kilograms in blue judo gi, representing Ukraine.
21 sallar derecesinde kollar medalına yenilgen Ukrayna yenilgen sporcular.
Nikita Holoborodko. Congratulations, the bronze medal goes to Ukraine.
Kollar medalına yenilgen Ukrayna sporcusu kutluqdaylar.
He quickly looks up at the referee and then realizes he has to protect his neck.
Bronze medal contest is on the screen.
At the World Championships in Japan, I've seen a couple people get caught by looking at the referee. The score is going to be there, don't worry.
Right, coming up next, the second of the bronze medal contests in the under 50 kilo category. Nika Bakiashvili of Georgia faces Alexandru Mate of Romania. It will be Bakiashvili in the white judo gi, Mate in blue, the referee in the middle. But this one is Enrique Arana of Spain.
Yeah, earlier in the day, I thought Nika Bakiashvili was somebody to watch to make it all the way to the finals. Here he is going for a bronze medal. He was very impressive, very strong.
Representing Georgia.
Judo gi'de Rusya yenilgen sporcular.
2018 European Youth Olympic Festival champion, Nika Bakiashvili.
He lost in the quarterfinals to
In blue,
Holoborodko,
representing Romania.
who just got a bronze medal. So
Rumınya yenilgen sporcular.
2019 European
not a bad loss to
Youth
someone that
Olympic
was able to get a bronze
Festival
medal.
medalist, Alexandru Matei.
Alexandru Matei. Oh, here we go. I look forward to seeing these young men climb the ranks with regards to age, junior, senior. We're going to have to move up a few weight categories in time and at least be below 60 kilos. Well, you never know. They're young enough. They may end up 73 kilos, even 81 kilos. Depends if they get a growth spurt.
Yeah, we could look back at some of the previous medal winners. See where they have ended up when they've been 15, 16, maybe even 17 at 50 or 55 kilos.
Wow, these guys are non-stop. Looking for Sankaku. Jime was Mate. I think both of these guys realize that each has the ability to throw one another. So who's going to make a mistake first? Who's going to be the first one to score? Both pound for pound very strong for this weight. One Shido on the board now. Whoa. For Mathieu. Two minutes, 20 seconds remaining in this bronze medal contest. 50 kilogram action taking place on day one of the 2019 World Judo Championships Cadets.
Well, they picked up the single Shido during the first half of the contest, went into the second half and we're still waiting for the first score.
Ooh. They were exchanging drop down attacks, and all of a sudden that little coachy little foot trip started some, oh man, he has him down. Let's see what he can do with this. Wow. Went for the arm lock, didn't have the upper body tied up, so he just fell off there. Very similar methods. They're both gripping and dropping down and swinging around and coaching and continuing to the ground. Overhand. Oh. There's another one. Let's see what he can make happen here. Look at this. Oh, if he can draw. Oh, wow. He had under the arm in the far side, which when you drive, you can pull it down and rotate your opponent, sorry. But Mate had his foot almost doing the splits. Straight out, preventing that rotation.
He picks up a second penalty now.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that's coming from. There's a lot of action taking place here. Wow. That's what I'm talking about, that strength. Bachishvili is relentless right now. sensing that this bronze medal is within his grasp. 22 seconds remaining, feeling more and more confident that he has the ability to throw Mate, or at the very least, force him to get that third and final Shido. But there's one thing not attacking and one thing not having the opportunity to attack. I mean, look, as soon as he grabs, oh my lord, that's it, easy, unlucky, it's over. Again, went for that low Tayatoshi and just, instead of throwing him, kind of tripped him up. We saw that earlier, actually. But that's it. That's going to be a Nippon. And Bacheshvili walks away with a bronze medal.
The first fighter in the final block with a white gi.
Yeah.
So the luck spell, if you like to call it that, that's been broken. Bacheshvili of Georgia takes a gold for that.
Yeah, that's a relief for Diaz Picard, who was also in a white judo gi coming up. And he's going to be facing Nurkanat Serekbayev of Kazakhstan.
The highlights on the screen.
Now, I believe it was Serekbayev that had the audience very loud and fired up here, so I expect that to be the same here.
Yeah, it could be.
Almaty, be ready for the final.
So we come to the final of the under 50 kilo category. Roman Valadier Picard of France faces Nurkanat Serikbayev of Kazakhstan. It's Valadier Picard in the white judo gi, Serikbayev in blue. This promises to be one of the best contests of the day, not least of all because Valadier Picard has got really good throwing skills. Serikbayev is a real battler and he's got the home crowd behind him, and it's the final of the under 52 kilo. The referee in the middle for this one is Ramzadin Saidov of Uzbekistan.
This year, European Cadet champion, Roman Valadier. In blue, representing Kazakhstan.
Wow. Valadier Picard immediately firing off a very good Tomonagi. Serikbayev had to do a one-handed cartwheel to escape. Now Serikbayev not wasting any time, realizing that Valadier Picard is going to be attacking, so he's trying to get the initiative. Yeah, there's no feeling out process here.
He's tried that a few times during the day as Valadier Picard, but it usually helps him to get involved in near-weather.
Yeah,
He's quite tidy on the ground, but he has thrown nicely today as well.
there's an art to attacking, especially if you're the main objective of your attack is to transition to newaza. You have to camouflage that in your attack. You can't just make it look like you're trying to go into newaza. And of course, if you score in the process, excellent. But you can tell that he's definitely thinking about newaza. Overhand left grip down by Serikbayev. Is that for 2-on-1? Yes, he has 2-on-1. Wow. Excellent posture.
Yes. Zari on the board.
Wow.
And the offside coming.
Cedric Bayev looks strong. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at Valadier. Picard. He's not giving up. Oh, man. Cedric Bayev was just squeezing for everything he had. And that's a gold medal for the host nation of Kazakhstan. And I like that combination of Rosari throwing to Rosari holding. It just shows diversity. You're not only a Tachiwaza guy or a Newaza guy.
Indeed.
Well, how does that sound, Cedric Bayev, world champion 2019 Cadets. Sumagaeshi. Wow. Now how do you get Anthony between his legs, so I don't know how he just jumped out here.
World Cadet Champion, Nurkanan Serikayev.
Looks like we're gonna have a little interim medal ceremony for the 40-kilogram ladies.
Right, we're ready to get underway with the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 40 kilo category. The medals are being presented by the head sport director of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Vladimir Barta.
The medals will be presented by the head sport director of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Vladimir Barta. Bronze medalists are representing Kazakhstan, Alima Shumagalieva.
First of the bronze medals goes to Alima Shumalagieva of Kazakhstan. There's a bronze medal also for Pauline Koo, I think it is, from France.
Silver medalist representing Italy.
Silver medal goes to Chiara Dispenza of Italy. But the gold medal goes to Mamira
Gold
Luka
medalist
of
2018
Hungary.
World Cadet Champion for Hungary, Mamira Luka. Prize money and the Damascus will be presented by the Vice Minister for Culture and Sport of the Republic of Kazakhstan.
Ақшалай сыйлықты кәдесіздігімен марапаттайтын Қазақстан Республикасы мәдениет және спорт вице-министрі Елдос Рамазанов.
Immediately jumped on that, put her hip down, sat into it. There you can see her expression. She's putting everything she has into it and holding the leg to prevent Dispenza from rolling out of it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Right there, elbow
all
down.
rise for the national anthem of
Very
Hungary.
impressive.
And now the national anthem of Hungary.
judoka of this category, women under 40 kilo.
That's the winning quartet with two VIP
Ladies and
guests.
gentlemen, your applauses to our medalists, please.
Hürmetli hanımlar ve mırsalar, осы салмақ дәрежесінің жеңімпаз мен жүлдегерлеріне қошемет көрсетейік ағайын.
Magalieva and Cook were the bronze medal winners. The Spencer took the silver. It was Amira who walked away with the gold medal.
Yeah, this weight category at this age group, you can't help but notice how young they are. But this is the feeder system, if you will, for the next juniors and of course seniors. So a healthy cadet tournament means a healthy number of years to come in judo.
Quite true. Right, we've got two more weight categories to bring you. The next one is the under 44 kilo category. The first of the bronze medals in the under 44 kilo category features Laura Soken of Brazil. She's up against Asia Avanzato of Italy. It's Soken in the white judogi, Avanzato in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Vasily Smolin Jr. of Russia.
Yeah, when I look at the names in this final block, these are names throughout the entire day I saw winning, and of course they're here. Any one of these girls. Laura Sokin from Brazil looked fantastic. Anastasia Balaban from Bulgaria looked great.
From Russia,
Miyagi Ayuna looked strong. And of course, Asia Avanzato looked excellent as well. That was a tough category, 44 kilograms.
In white judogi, representing Brazil.
Hürmetli hanımlar ve mırsalar, ak judogi'de Brezilya yerinin sporcusu.
2018 Pan American Cadet Championships bronze medalist Laura Soken. In blue, representing Italy.
Ak judogi'de İtalya yerinin sporcusu.
Several times European Cadet Cup medalist Asia Avanzato.
Here they go. Laura Sokin in the white judogi from Brazil versus Asia Avanzato of Italy in the blue judogi. They're underway. Bronze medal contest. Looked like Sokin had the intention of going for a Tomonagi, but the foot was not in the right place. And they did not continue in Newaza, so they stand back up. Looks like an interesting gripping battle taking place. They're settling for a double sleeve grip. Sokin does have a lapel, but it's very low. If they're unable to make something happen, this is going to be a Shido-Shido situation. They're really stalemating with that grip battle. Strong overhand left grip now by Avanzato. Let's see what she can do with it. And it's Sokin who appeared to have the disadvantageous grip, firing off a solid attack first. Tayatoshi attempt by Avanzato. And now she's giving up her back to Soken. Let's see what she can do.
It was a little bit rushed there from Avanzato, that one. Didn't get herself into a good position and just collapsed, allowing Soken to have a dig at her on the ground, but luckily for her, it didn't come off.
There it is again. I see the little game she's playing. She's trying that Tayatoshi. Then she's going to go for like a Kosotogari and switch it up back and forth and change directions. Solid game plan, but she's rushing it. Exactly, you're right. Now she's going to fake it. There it is. But she has to put a little more on her fake Tayatoshi to really have that Kosotogari effective. That was a timing issue. As Soken went for her attack, Avanzato was doing that, going for the Kouchis, and just ended up being too much hip from Laura Soken. So again, both contestants quite capable of throwing each other. Just trying to figure out the defensive game and try and find that split-second opportunity. Avanzato not wanting to continue into Newaza, although she had the dominant position.
There's a single sheet on the board against Avanzato. Soken just with the slight edge as they move towards the possibility of golden score. What the Brazilian won't want to do now is to pick up a penalty herself. She wants to go into the golden score period with a clean sheet. She's got a little over 10 seconds to hold on for that.
We are in fact going to go into golden score here. This is for a bronze medal, 44 kilograms. Laura Soken of Brazil versus Asia Avanzato of Italy. Here we are. Oh, there it was. She almost tripped her up. Left herself a little bit open here. Let's see if Soken can isolate that left arm of Avanzato. No, okay. Now, if I was Avanzato, the one angle she hasn't gone yet is for like a reaching Osotogari where you hop around and change the angle of entry. She's taking her back and she's taking her towards the Tayatoshi, but she's not reaching for that left leg of Soken. Yeah, no. I'm not sure what it's called. We kind of hook and chop and float around. If this was a video game, I'd be hitting that button.
We've had a little over a minute of golden score. Soken just attempted a little uchimata there. It wasn't anything serious, well, not enough to trouble Avanzato anyway.
Yeah, Laura Soken, she's still in this. Obviously, I mean, the first person to score wins, but she just needs to get that confidence up a little bit and and just come at Avanzato. Just go get it. She's kind of backpedaling, not really firing off significant or substantial attacks. But I believe if she believes she can do a little more than she thinks. Just as they're gripping, she should fire off that left Osoto guider. Kind of how Fonseca does it, but on the other side.
Fonseca picks up a penalty for negative gripping there, just crushing.
Yeah, now her back's against the wall. She's going to have to open up. Obviously, one more Shido and it's over. Hopefully, Avanzato recognizes this and applies even more pressure than she already is. There's that choke that we're seeing all day. She is determined to score with that technique. Starts off as a Taitoshi, then ends up like a Makikomi type throw. I noticed her judo gi is that Kappa brand. I didn't even know they made judo gis, unless that's a sponsor.
The Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the tip, yes.
Wow.
Yep.
She went to the well one too many times, and Soken able to time it and counter her, score the Wazari, and then grab herself a bronze medal in the process. Wow, Avanzato was definitely pushing the pace, but Laura Soken wins herself a bronze medal at the 2019 World Cadet Judo Championships.
Well, certainly in the golden score period, I had the feeling that Avanzato was on the way up. You know, she just looked the better of the two. Soken, however, managed to just soak up the pressure, if you like, and in the end, she was the one who came up with this little tip and the win.
Avanzato's face says it all. She realized immediately that she just got scored upon. So coming up next, in the white judo gi from Bulgaria, we have Anastasia Balaban. She'll be facing Miyagi Ayuna in the blue judo gi from Japan.
The referee in the middle for this one is Jean-Jacques Ruska of France.
Referee from France, Mr. Jean-Jacques Ruska. Now please welcome judoka in white judo gi, representing Bulgaria. 2018 European Cadet Championships silver medalist Anastasia Balaban. In blue, representing Japan.
It appears that Miyagi Ayuna has a little limp on the way to the ring. I wonder if that's going to be a factor in this contest here. Here we go. Little bit of a feeling out process there. Let's see if they're going to open up a little more now. Balaban, oh, she had the belt. She relinquished that for a tricep grip. Tomonagi attempt immediately blocked by Miyagi. And they're going to sit there and wait for Mate. So
yeah, that's been the pattern, with Miyagi. She hasn't really been doing a great deal, just allowing Balaban to do a bit. Maybe just sizing her up, feeling her out and seeing what she's made of.
Oh, wow. She used the Udegarami for an Osai Komi. She has the leg around the head. That's tight. I don't know if she's applying any arm pressure underneath or just holding that. And that's it. That is a bronze medal for Miyagi Ayuna of Japan. Brilliant little display of newaza there. Went for an udegarami or a kimura, if you will, and use that as a lever to turn her over and secure an osai komi for Ippon.
Representing Japan.
44 kilo salma derecesinde kola medal iyilengen Gök Judogi'deki Japonya yerli sporcusu
Miyagi Ayuna.
So Miyagi Ayuna's only loss was to Azak, who is in the finals.
Congratulations, bronze medal goes to Japan.
Kolajılığı yaratanlar Japonya yerli sporcuların kutlamayı.
Nice turnover. It's the second time we've seen Miyagi work that turnover today.
Of course, Azak was seeded number 1.
That's right.
She is the Turkish competitor, Merve Azak of Turkey, who's actually coming up right now.
Yeah, we've got the final of the under 48 kilo category. Merve Azak of Turkey faces Maria Jimenez of Venezuela. It will be Azak in the white judogi, Jimenez in blue. Nervous times for the two youngsters as they prepare for what is certainly the biggest event in Merve Azak's judo career, not necessarily so for Maria Jimenez, who's already been Youth Olympic Games champion. The referee in the middle for this one is Zhangos Kiyanov of Kazakhstan.
Yes, we have the competitor that was seeded number 1 versus the Youth Olympic Games gold medalist. So this is definitely two of the best meeting in the final.
European Youth Olympic Festival champion, Merve Azak. In blue, representing Venezuela.
Gök Judogi'de Venezuelalı sporcu.
Last year, Buenos Aires Youth Olympic Games champion, Maria Jimenez.
So Azak won the Olympic Festival? Is that
It was Jimenez who won the Olympic Festival.
He said Azak won something that sounded similar too on the way to the tatami. Oh, there's that deep
Strong
coach.
effort, yeah. That is the record of Azak. She could have won the European Youth
Oh, European.
European Youth Olympic Festival.
Yeah. Strong overhand. Look at that. Wow.
So she's confident enough to change and go over on that other side, although it was, and the coach is berating her there, saying there's no need for that, because she could have been caught there. She was weak and she was falling off without real power. Gave Azak an opening there.
Again. A lot of this today, really. Someone does a drop down technique and you float over. She has secured
Yeah,
the triangle.
should have seen that come in.
Let's see if she can use this. Switch legs, yep. Get that leg.
Just to pull her onto her side. She can call the Osai Komi. That's the wrong leg. What's the leg for? That's the
There
one.
it is, yeah.
Good defense then. Still not out of it. Now she is. As soon as there's that break in progress, then the referee will call mate.
Yeah.
Well, Jimenez got herself into that problem because she didn't see the setup of the turnover coming. Be a little sharper next time round, Anthony.
I'm not sure if moves are trendy, but I'm seeing a lot of that particular Sankaku attempted Osai Kome.
Nice combination from Azak, not quite powerful enough to rattle Jimenez, but you could see what she was thinking. Now it's Jimenez who picks up a penalty for just being a little bit passive and off the pace.
Man, Jimenez looks really strong. She was able to stop the attack of Azak, just dead in her tracks.
Yeah, she does look as though she's put up good defence. The thing that she hasn't been able to do is to generate any offence of her own, and she's going to have to get up now, and we've got a minute and a half and really press on now, try and come up with a score. He's fought off the first barrage from Azak. You've seen what she's made of. Now you've got to come up with something of your own.
Oh, that
That was so soft.
yeah. Minimum Wazari for
Yeah.
that. I'd like to see a replay of that. It was just so, it was so soft. It was just gentle.
Yeah.
Mate called. There's only a minute left, 3 seconds left in this contest. There's been so much action that the time has just been flying by.
Well, maybe that's a wake up now for Jimenez, because we're into the last minute, as Anthony says. She hasn't done anything, to be honest. And she's not careful. The Cadet World Championship gold medal is going to slip out of her grasp.
I wonder if she's setting her up to take her back. Let's see.
With a launch bigger than that. 35 seconds away from the gold medal. Merva Azak. Lucky not to give up the Ippon.
26 seconds remaining.
Beating her to the attack as well. No, that's not where you want to be. And Azak has got a good attack on the ground. Normally manages to hook the legs in, at least do some work. So half that time in the clock will go, which it has. We've got 10 seconds left on the clock. And surely this now is going to go to Azak.
Yeah, Jimenez is not fighting with that sense of urgency that she needs to. Somewhere in that fight, she conceded victory. And that's a gold medal for Murve Azak of Turkey, minus 44 kilograms.
Gold medalist in 2019 World Cadets Champion.
Tired,
For women under 44 kilos.
to be honest.
Representing Turkey.
Not quite sure what was ailing her or what didn't get her going.
During that break, you never know what they do. Did they take a nap? Did they eat too much? There's a number of things that can throw you off and just kind of reduce that spark, if you will.
Congratulations. Gold medal. Gold
Drop down.
Turkey.
Kosoto Gake, I guess.
Türkiye sporcuların fotoğraflarıyla.
Well, Merve Azak has been pulled up into the stands on the far side there.
Oh, wow.
Find out how she's going to get back down now. You know. Right, we come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 50 kilos, is it?
Now we're at 55 kilograms.
The awarding ceremony.
Oh, award, yes.
The
50, 50,
50.
yeah.
Kazakhstan Judo Federasyonu Prezidenti Hayra
How's she going to
Kocaman.
get down?
Bronze medalists are representing Georgia, Nika
The
Bachiashvili.
first of the bronze medals goes to Nika Bachiashvili of Georgia. There's a bronze medal also for Mikita Holoborodko of Ukraine.
Silver medalist representing France, Romain Volatier.
Silver medal goes to Roman Voladier-Picard of France.
And gold medalist in 2019 World Cadet
Gold
Champion
medal goes to Nurkanat Serikbayev of Kazakhstan.
Prize money and the mascots will be presented by member of the International Judo Federation Education Commission, Olympic silver medalist and General Secretary of the Kazakhstan Judo Federation.
Akşeray Sıyılar, және Кәнесине марапаттайтын Халықаралық Дзюдо Федерациясының бөлім беру комиссиясының мүшесі, Олимпиада ойындарының күміс жүлдегері, Қазақстан Дзюдо Федерациясының бас хатшысы Асхат Ширкеев.
Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Kazakhstan.
Ordularınızdan
National
durmalarınızı
anthem
sırayla.
of Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan Respublikası'nın himni. решение счетчика вернее истинный сурет.
Your applauses, please, to our medalists.
Құрметті ханымдар мен мырзалар, жеңімпаздар мен жүлдегерлерге қошемет көрсетейік.
There's the winning quartet.
Құрметті ханымдар мен мырзалар,
Nice picture. Nashashvili, Koloborodko, Valadia Picard, and Serikbayev. Medal winners in the under 50 kilo category. Well, we've got one more weight category to bring you now. It is the men's under 55 kilo category. And the first of the bronze medals features Sobijon Karimov of Uzbekistan. He's up against Vladislav Kolobov of Ukraine. The referee in the middle for this one is Everardo Garcia of Mexico.
Ladies and gentlemen, next contest, bronze medal contest.
Will be Karimov in the white judogi, Kolobov in blue.
25 kilo salmak derecesinin kola medalya için bilgisi var.
Referee from Mexico, Mr. Everardo Garcia.
Yeah, this is another case where I thought Vladislav Kolobov was going to be in the finals. It's been a fantastic day. He's going to have to settle for a bronze medal if he can win this.
He and his teammate Nikita Holoborodko stood there chatting with them this morning. And I said, well, good luck, boys, you know, the two of you. And we've had one medal from one of them so far, Holoborodko. And now we may yet have another in Kolobov, we shall see. It will be a good day if they could both medal.
Not sure
Kolobov
what
picked
that
up on
penalty
that.
was.
Yeah, I didn't see the signal, so I can't say. Oh, don't climb on that.
Wow, Karimov was so deep that Kolobov was able to sit on
Flip
his
over,
back.
yeah. I'll try and get off that.
Kolobov is really tall for this division as well. Right-hander versus left-hander. They were fighting for one hand a piece there for a moment, trying to both get that pulling hand.
Not securing the legs, you know. Once that leg goes in and you get the chance to close them, that's it. You know, you've got to finish off from here.
And that's it. He has it hooked as well. Let's see if he can... What? Oh, man, there was progress being made. But not enough, I guess. We have a situation here where Karimov has a little blood from the mouth, so he's going to get a little bit of medical attention and return to the mat. Not that Kolobov needs it, but they can get a little breather.
Well, I was talking to the former Dutch and Georgian international Esther Stam last week about the advantage that one or other of the fighters gets. It all depends on the state of the contest and, you know, what you've just been up to. And for example, you know, Kolobov had just been attacking there, and although his progress was halted because he's had to stop attacking in order that Karimov can receive treatment, he's got time to gather himself and just to think, right, what did I do wrong there? What could I have done? What am I going to do next? Whereas Karimov is just thinking, well, where am I bleeding? Why do they want to take me off? You know, he's not 100%, you know, thinking about the next step on the tatami. The likelihood is he's still dealing with the injury. Well, you can see that Kolobov is only interested in working on the ground.
Wow.
Like a snake. He was
Yeah.
wrapped all around him, wasn't he? Well, Karimov's going to have to be careful here, because if his strategy is to exit Newaza, he's going to have to be careful. Because it's quite often the case that when you're trying to get away from something, that's when you open yourself up and get caught.
Yeah, just by placing your hand down to help yourself get up, you're susceptible to an arm lock, a triangle choke. Nice attack. But the length of Kolobov, able just to stand up. Look at this. Whoop.
Missed the arm. Karimov may also now begin to act differently with regard to his tachiwaza and only attack when he's on the edge of the competition area. That's going to limit him, and it's also going to make him look defensive. Kolobov at the moment looking good here, just a single Shido. See, this the second that the attack collapses, he becomes really defensive. That transmits itself to the referees. There's a chance for the turnover. This is a little bit better. Just got to finish the top now.
Wow.
Missed out.
Just couldn't get that leverage. Look at this choke. Grabbing his own sleeve.
Yeah, he's got a few things, and again you can see that Karimov's only interest is to get out of there.
As soon as he stood up, he transitioned to an arm lock too. Very good, Newaza, man.
Yeah, this is good work from Kolobov. The only thing that he's got to do is to make sure that he attacks in tachiwaza, because they can get a little bit, you know, forgetful when it comes to just who's in control of the contest and who's come closest to scoring, and then they are only recording the things that happen whilst people are standing. I hope that's not going to be the case here, because Kolobov has been the better, or the one most likely to come up with the score. Just gave him a little nudge there at the edge of the contest area. Karimov had to step back in, and now we're going to have a period of golden score.
Man, that match flew by. It was just non-stop action.
Golden score.
And now Karimov picks up a penalty. Okay, penalty apiece, and we're into the golden score period. I have to say, though, that Kolobov has looked the more dangerous of the two, albeit only in Newaza. However, there's 3 ways of winning down there. Good performance from the Ukrainian. Karimov hasn't lost his shape here, albeit that they're a minute into golden score. He still looks good. Kolobov still looks threatening. little bit late with the Akuri Ashibare. It's Kolobov. You have to be careful he doesn't pick up another penalty, but he does. It's a second penalty to Kolobov. Passivity was looming large, and unfortunately he didn't see that coming. Setemi was, I'd imagine, and then drawing Karamov into some near waza. That wasn't the best of efforts, that was better. He's down onto his side there, and that is Wazari. Unfortunate end for Vladislav Kolobov, but he couldn't come up with the threat in Tachiwaza. It was all well and good when they were working on the ground. He was the man in control, in charge. Once it came to standing up, he didn't have that all-round game to threaten Sobyan Karimov of Uzbekistan, who takes the first of the bronze medals in the under 55 kilo category.
Congratulations, bronze medal goes to Uzbekistan. Dear spectators, only 2 contests left, so we kindly ask you please stay with us till the end of the competition, especially for the awarding ceremonies. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
We come now to the awarding ceremony. Sorry, I thought Georgie was talking about the awarding ceremony, and I was slightly misled there. Of course, we've got 2 more contests before the next awarding ceremony, and the first of these features Berat Bahadir of Turkey. He's up against Vincenzo Scanderi of Italy. It will be Bahadir in the white judogi, Scanderi in blue, referee in the middle. This one is Siniša Skrbić of Serbia. This is the second of the bronze medal contests in the under 55 kilo category.
Welcome judoka in white judogi representing Turkey.
Ak judogi'de Türkiye milletinin sporcusu.
2018 European Youth Olympic Festival Champion Berat Bahadir. In blue, representing Italy.
Judogi'de İtalyalı sporcu.
2019 European Cadets Champion Vincenzo Scanderi.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, young Mr. Scanderi was the #1 seed in the under 55 kilo category this morning. Long day for him. He had a bye in the first round.
Every match after that has been a complete battle for him. At one point, I thought he wasn't going to be in the finals. Or the medal contention, I should say. I didn't see a lot of Berat Bahadir from Turkey throughout the day. Just wasn't on the mat that I was watching.
Scanderi picked up a penalty for overly defensive gripping. negative gripping. And we've got a little under 3 minutes left to go. No rotation there, didn't get his feet in the right place.
Ooh.
He does this time, although I think this is right here from Sinisha Skirvich. The second push here, Skanderi makes after he's been on the ground. He blocks the first one. The Turkish fighter blocks the first one. He almost looks as though he's going to try and initiate some kind of counter. And Skanderi, well, they do give. They do give him the Wazari.
Yeah, I wondered, one, if it was from the ground or did just too much time and a pause take place.
Yeah, if a pause takes place, then you can't give it. And there was a suspicion that there had been a short pause there. Anyway, they decided no. And Wazari goes on the board for Skanderi.
Yeah, now he just needs that one more score, and he'd be Wazari Awasete Ippon. Changes the complexion of this contest. Let's see now if he's, ooh, there's a poke to the eye. Unintentional, of course. Can he continue? Yeah, is he going to try and ride down this? Look at that secondary drive as well. Wow, so he's going for it. He's not going to sit back and ride this out.
No, he's got half the contest still to come, so no good shutting up shop yet. A long time to go.
Especially with one Shido already on the board. Oh, wow. Excellent agility by Bahadir.
So a little over a minute left to go. Wazari still the lead for Skanderi. Oh,
ooh, that
nice
was
ashing
close.
was there. Just couldn't get him onto the scoring part of his body.
And Skanderi, the way he turned into that, he turned into a potential choke. He's really looking after this drop-down Kataguruma here. Now he has to be careful that he doesn't get that second Shido. He does not. 51 seconds remaining. Let's see if he can hold on here. Bahadir definitely pushing the pace now. He has nothing to lose. Let's see if that... No Shido. He is breaking the balance. He's definitely going for an attack. He's just being blocked.
I think that one is over the limit, that one. Oh,
Wow.
he gets away with it.
27 seconds remaining. Bahadir pushing the pace. 10 seconds to go. Oh, that's okay. That's definitely one. 5 seconds now. Let's see what he can do. Here he comes. Here he comes. I wonder if Bahadur would have been better off just pushing the pace via grips and maybe having Skanderi do another false attack. But I mean, you can't rely on someone making an error, I guess. He went for it.
Winner and bronze medalist for men under 55 kilograms in blue, representing Italy.
All I see is that hair. Blonde afro.
Vincenzo Scanderi. Congratulations. Vincenzo Scanderi, Italy.
İtalyalı sporcular kolaj üstüne kutuktaydı.
You can see the highlights of this bronze medal contest on the screen.
Right, we come now to the final of the under 55 kilo category. Sato Yuma of Japan faces Lin Chongyu of Chinese Taipei. It'll be Sato in the white judogi, Lin in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Ofer Benzvi of Israel.
Welcome the referee from Israel, Mr. Ofer Benzvi. Now please welcome judoka in white judogi representing Japan.
А в судогиде Жапония спортшысы
Sato Yuma. In blue judogi representing Chinese Taipei.
көк судогиде Қытайлық Тайпей спортшысы
Ли Цугё.
Right, we're on the way with the final then.
Final contest of day one. It is a gold medal contest, 55 kilograms. Back-to-back Tomonagi attempts here by Sato Yuma. Let's see what Lin Chongyu can come up with here. Three minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Nothing on that. Ooh, that was. The foot was placed in the right place, and he was just about to lift Lin in the air, but was unable to.
He's a little bit rushed, Sato, at the moment. He doesn't need to be. He hasn't come under any threat from Lin, to be honest. And yet he's put in whatever number of attacks, and none of them have been really settled.
That was kind of his style all day, just that buzzsaw, just go, go, go, go, attack, attack, attack, offense, best defense, and just go. But it makes sense to set something up and let it develop. You know, fake one way the whole time and boom, all of a sudden the other way. Nice little surprise bit of Ashiwaza there by Lin. Again, Sato determined to get that Tomonage, because he's not really transitioning to Newaza. I think he wants to throw him a Tomonage. Oh, that foot slipped out that time. Yeah, he's in a little trouble himself.
Oh, yes!
He got caught. Wow. Chinese Taipei comes away with a gold medal. Lin Chongyu surprises Sato Yuma with a Jujigatami off of a sloppy Tomonagi attempt. The foot slipped out, and there it was.
2019 World Cadet Champion in blue, representing Chinese Taipei.
He was so determined to get it, and instead of getting closer each time, Lin was actually getting closer to countering it each time. So he sidestepped the leg, and there it was, the arm, just waiting for him. Let's see that replay again if you can.
Congratulations, gold medal goes to Chinese Taipei.
The good thing is Chinese Taipei wins less gold medals than Japan. And it looks like it means a lot more to them because it's
Silver medal representing Japan, Sato Yuma.
less is more.
Are these words of commiseration for Sato Yuma as he leaves the venue? It's going to be difficult because he made two mistakes here, Sato, and they were both tactical. The first was not to set up strong and determined attacks that rattled or unsettled Lin. He didn't have that going for him. And then the second thing was, once he'd put in those attacks, they were too weak and they left him vulnerable to a counter. And that's what happened here.
Wow.
Well, we'll come to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 55 kilo category, but before that, we've got the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 44 kilo category.
Medals will be presented by the Deputy General Secretary of the National Olympic Committee of Kazakhstan.
Medallarni tabrislaydi. Qozog'iston Respublikasi Ulug' Olimpiadалық komiteti bosh xatchisining o'rinbosari Omar Mustafi.
Bronze medalists are representing Japan, Miyagi Ayuma.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Miyagi Ayuna of Japan. There's a bronze medal also for Laura Sokin. Okay, Laura Sokin is going to get hers first. Ayuna Miyagi will get hers next.
Silver medalist representing Venezuela, Maria Jimenez.
The silver medal goes to Maria Jimenez of Venezuela.
Gold medalist in 2018.
Gold medal
World Cadet
goes
Champion
to
for Turkey,
Merat
Mehmet
Azak of Turkey.
Prize money and the mascots will be presented by the member of the International Judo Federation
Happy
Education
days.
Commission and president of the Judo Federation of Venezuela, Mrs. Katiushka Santaella.
Did you get one of those little mascots?
Yes. And I welcome them.
That's lovely. I bet you're going to tell us that you're going to give that to your son now, aren't you?
Not my son, but some of my students in the kids' class. Someone that works hard and tries their best will get a nice surprise.
Now the national anthem of Turkey.
Thank you very much. Now, family picture with VIP Sam, best judoka of this category, women under 44 kilo.
Осы салмақ дәрежесі жеңімпазы және жүлдегерлермен естелік сурет. Құрметті ханымдар мен мырзалар, жеңімпаз бен
Yagi and Soken were the bronze
жүлдегерлерге
medalists. Jimenez took the silver. It was Azak who took the gold. We've got one more weight category to bring to you now. It's the under 55 kilo category. I'm sure that they've got the fighters getting prepared in the back there. In the meantime, we may have enough time, I'm not sure actually, to show you a highlight package if that is on the cards. I'm not sure. Nope. Not this time around. So time enough to tell you then. Let's have a look at the medal table. Kazakhstan took a gold medal, as did Turkey, Chinese Taipei and Hungary. There was also a bronze medal for Kazakhstan, which puts the host nation at the top of the medal table. So there were medals for 12 different countries today: Georgia, Uzbekistan, Ukraine, Brazil, Venezuela, Japan, France and Italy, and the aforementioned 4 gold medal winning countries. How was it for you today then, Anthony?
I just can't believe that there were 16 medals given out and 12 different countries getting those medals. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's a good spread.
A very good spread.
Japan, France, and Japan, France, Italy, and Kazakhstan are the countries to win more than one medal.
Yeah, look at that. Italy has 1 silver and 2 bronze. Right, is that what we're looking at?
No.
Oh, it's a 5th, sorry.
Yeah, that's 5th place. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was surprised today that there was, the only word I can think of is trendy judo. A lot of the similar attacks, a lot of the similar techniques being applied, both standing and ground. A lot of drop-down techniques, a lot of deep ko chigaris, a lot of tomonagis into newaza, a lot of, those sankaku hold-downs that we saw. And actually we saw quite a few arm locks today.
Yeah, that's true. A couple of strangles.
Yeah.
Right, we come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 55 kilo category, and the medals are being presented by the International Judo Federation Sport Director, Mr. Armen Bagdasarov.
The medals will be presented by the Sport Director of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Armen Bagdasarov. Bronze medalists are representing Italy.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Vincenzo Scenderi of Italy. There's a bronze medal also for Sobijon Karimov of Uzbekistan.
Wow, he's taller than the athletes on the podium.
Medalist representing Japan.
Silver medal goes to Sato Yuma of Japan.
Looks like he can lift a car.
And gold medalist in 2018.
And the gold medal goes to Lin Chongyu of Chinese Taipei.
He just looks absolutely delighted. You know, if it's a country that doesn't normally win medals, the implications when you return home
Oh yeah,
massive.
indeed they are. That one nicely. He's got the foot in the old position there, underneath, you
Tucked
know?
inside.
Yeah. Yeah, boy, he likes to keep things classy, doesn't he, look?
And as soon as the ref says Mate, look at him smile. So he knows it's on.
Really
He
rips
knows
it
it's
on,
on. Tap,
doesn't he,
tap,
look?
tap, and that's it, elation. Good for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Chinese Taipei.
And now the national anthem of Chinese Taipei.
Taipei'nin gimni.
Thank you very much. Now, family picture with VIPs and best judoka of this category, men under 55
Right, time
kilo.
for one
Елімізге
photograph
салмақ дәрежесі
before we
жеңімпазы
wrap things up
жүлдегерлерге
on this
естелік
opening day of competition at the Cadet World Championships here in Almaty, Kazakhstan. We're going to be back tomorrow with day 2 of competition when we bring you the under 48 and under 52 kilo categories for women and the under 60 and under 66 kilo categories for men. But from Anthony, Corelli and myself, it's bye-bye for now.
Dear spectators, this is the end of the first day of World Cadets Judo Championships here in Almaty, Kazakhstan. Congratulations to the all judoka, especially all the medalists and our new champions. We remind you that tomorrow will be the second day of the medalists. We'll start from 10 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow will be